Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm sorry I'm getting to this video a little bit late, but I got nothing. I got nothing to say to start this video. That game last night, some people are calling it the game of the season. After Saturday night, the Canadiens blow a 3-goal lead to the Toronto Maple Leafs, 7 unanswered goals from the Leafs, a crappy, not good feeling after that game, and the Canadiens bounce back with an effort like this when they they tied or broke a franchise record for 4 game tying goals in a single game for the Montreal Canadiens. There's so much to talk about in this game, and we're going to fire through all of it relatively quickly because you guys saw it. It's been, usually I have the video up by like 12 or 1 a.m., but like I just couldn't get the chance to finish watching the game till late. But holy smokes, man. Wow. That was a heck of a game from those Montreal Canadiens, man. The New York Rangers coming into town. And where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Patrik Laine getting the OT winner? You want to start with Jakub Dobes still being undefeated? You want to start with Lane Hutson and an 8-game point streak, the most for a Canadiens defenseman in Canadiens history? That's right. Lane Hutson. I have it right here, as a matter of fact. So extending his point streak to 8 games, 1 goal, 11 assists in the last 8 games, a franchise record for rookie defenseman. You want to talk about the fight? The fight, because it happened. There's a new tough guy in the NHL. Well, anyway, you guys decide, but that was a heck of a tilt. And forget about Ryan Reaves. You are 10 years ago's news, never mind yesterday's news, and I still got no problem with Jackeye brushing him off on Saturday night. Some people had an issue with it. Who cares? You know why? Because he saved himself for a new and worthy opponent in Ryan Rempe, who's 6'9" on skates. Arby's about 6'4" on skates. Unbelievable. Let's just start with the fight. Rempe and Jackeye were talking before the game. You saw them in the warm-up. They were chatting, discussing pleasantries, I'm sure. And eventually in the second period, it goes down. And Rempe starts throwing punches before Jackeye has his gloves off. He's not even ready for it. And then before you know it, Jackeye's already throwing some bombs right back. And then Jackeye lets the left hand loose. And that's when he wins the fight by a decision, in my opinion. And I think you guys can pretty much agree. But even Rempe in the box afterwards did say to Jackeye, good fight. It was a good fight. Like, forget Ryan Reaves, man. Forget him. No one cares. And that game was a wash. It was a write-off. We needed to instantly forget it. We did. We came back and fought back goal after goal to stay in this game. Not only stay in this game, but to complete the comeback. The Canadiens never had a lead until they got the winning goal in overtime from Patrik Laine on that beautiful feed from Caden Gooley. But Patrik Laine did start that play. We'll get to that in a minute. There's a lot to talk about, and I want to talk about some other stuff, too, that's important. Owen Beck making his home debut with the Montreal Canadiens, getting a call-up. A lot of fans were calling for a player to be called up because Mike Pizzetta just wasn't cutting it, playing an average of about 3 minutes a night. It wasn't working, right? It just wasn't working. With Emil Heineman out of the picture right now, we cannot wait for him to come back. All the health and power to him. We can't wait to see him again soon. But they needed a player to come in and get some more minutes. Now, Owen Beck, if you look on paper, didn't get a ton of minutes, but for him, he had 8 minutes and 13 seconds played in this game. Didn't register a shot on goal. Didn't really have a chance to record much. He had 1 recorded hit. Didn't really get a lot of puck touches, I noticed last night. But Owen Beck was thrown into this very, very quickly after being recalled. At least the Canadiens announced it on Sunday. He probably knew about it on late Saturday night, I'm assuming, maybe. But the Canadiens didn't announce the call-up till late in the afternoon on Sunday before the Rangers-Canadiens game. So regardless, there wasn't a lot of time to get Owen Beck into the picture here. He was playing on the wing, actually, with Jake Evans and Yoel Armia on the 4th line. So we got to keep talking about this game, though. So much happened. The first start of the game went to Brendan Gallagher after Alexis Lafreniere got his 12th goal of the season to open the scoring for the Rangers. Brendan Gallagher gets his 11th with a perfect, and when I say perfect, I mean he stayed perfectly under the crossbar with his tip on the shot from Christian Dvorak. We're going to talk about Dvorak. Christian Dvorak, we've all been complaining about him more than any other player, and we can't wait to see him find a new home eventually. I feel bad saying it sometimes because he's probably a good guy. I don't know. The players seem to like him. They all seem to love him in that group huddle thing that they do, that group squat that they do at the end of every win, right? But Brendan Gallagher tips in the Christian Dvorak shot to tie the game 1-1. Will Cully, I can't even pronounce his name. He helps the Rangers go up 2-1 before the intermission. And then Christian Dvorak scores a power play goal. Now, that Christian Dvorak scoring a power play goal wasn't going to come easy, but the way he did it, it was a good bounce. And Alex Newhook did not touch the puck on the way in because it went right by him when he shot it. But Brendan Gallagher finds Christian Dvorak, who's wide open and has missed the net so many times, hit the post so many times on breakaways, on slot chances. He just can't seem to score. But he finally gets his 4th goal of the season, Christian Dvorak does. And it's just fun to see. Things are going well for the Canadiens when Christian Dvorak gets a recorded power play goal. What? Okay. Now, Zibanejad gets the power play goal not that long after, a nice seeing eye shot from the point. And this was the most goals that Jakub Dobes has ever let in his NHL career so far. But again, were there many bad goals? I don't think so. Not that I could see anyway. Nick Suzuki. Now, I got to talk about this play from Nick Suzuki because the Canadiens had the Rangers hemmed in a little bit. The Rangers finally get back possession of the puck, but Nick Suzuki makes a perfect read, continues the forecheck, turns on a dime, and picks off the puck and snipes it to tie the game 3-3. A beautiful play for Nick Suzuki's 14th goal for number 14, Captain Nick Suzuki. That was a beautiful read from him. That takeaway, that interception was just beautiful, and the shot was even better from Nick Suzuki. We go to Chris Kreider, who's still receiving the boos. 10 years ago, we don't care. We're never going to forget the Bell Center. The Montreal Canadiens fans are never going to forget him running into Carey Price, intentional or not. He gets the boos all night long. Well-deserved. Who cares? Have some fun. He gets his 15th of the season to put the Rangers up 4-3, and then Juraj Slafkovsky on the play started from Lane Hutson, coming in, getting it over to Caulfield. Caulfield puts it on net. Slav puts on the brakes, slams into the net. He gets slammed into the net too, and then goes down for the celebration as the Canadiens tie it 4-4. And then we go to overtime, where Jakub Dobes makes not one but 2 dynamite saves. First, that glove save, and then he makes the huge right pad save that got the Bell Center going. It got the place going, guys. And then the rest is history from there. We had some line changes. We had Josh Anderson make an appearance in overtime. Kirby Dach was on there for a bit. But Caden Gooley, Patrik Laine. Laine comes in, protects the puck so carefully. He's not skating that quickly, but he's skating smoothly, right? Patrik Laine coming in, dishing it off to Caden Gooley. Laine goes right to the net. Gooley gets it right back to Laine. He roofs it over Jonathan Quick's pad. It's in. The Canadiens complete the comeback. And it's a heck of a game. You got your money's worth in this one if you went to that game. I tell you right now, you definitely got your money's worth if you went to this game, because it was a heck of an entertaining affair between these two teams. You were not bored whatsoever. This was a game the Canadiens really needed. This is a win the Canadiens really needed after that bad loss to the Leafs on Saturday night. The Canadiens remain 1 point out of a playoff spot with Ottawa's win yesterday as well. So, hey, you know what? We got to enjoy this, right? I mean, that was a quick bounce back victory from a team that was so disappointed, I'm sure, as the fan base was so disappointed. The air taken out of the building on Saturday night. Shane Gaumont and I having to face the music on the live post-game show after the Leafs game. But you know what? This was a character win for the Canadiens. Brendan Gallagher getting the first star, goal and an assist for Gally. Patrik Laine getting the second star. Adam Fox getting the third star with 2 assists. But I got to tell you, that was a redemptive victory for the Montreal Canadiens. So let me know your comments down below. I raved and ranted and rambled and all this stuff here, but I want to hear from you as always, guys. So hit like on the video, hit subscribe if you hadn't. Keep growing the channel, trying to get towards that 10,000 subscriber goal. If you're enjoying being here, I want you to be here and chime in. If you're new, if you're not, chime in, hit like, support the channel any way you can. It's very much appreciated. Go Habs, go. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you real soon. What a game. What a game.